Okay, the June meeting of the Area Planning Commission will come to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Brian Baker. Kevin Beaver.
Here.
James Chrisman.
Here.
Terry Clark.
Here.
Mark Klinkenbeard.
Here.
John Collette. Norm Froderman. Don Folk.
Here.
John Hanley.
Here.
Marcus Mauer. Debbie May. Here. Amanda Thompson. Here. William Verdine.
Here.
Fred Wilson.
Here. I think everybody's had an opportunity to, we do have a quorum. I think everybody's had an opportunity to review the minutes and status report. Are there any corrections? Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask everybody to stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Executive Director.
Good evening. 2 items real quick. First off, a reminder, next month we will be in the Commissioners Conference Room because early voting will have this room, so the machines will be here. So next month, other end of the building. Secondly, last month in your packets, you had our annual report. So those of you who were here got sent one for this time. So last month was a preview. This month I am asking for your approval.
Okay. Sydney, do you have something?
Not too much. I am going to have all of my training, the state made requirements now that anyone who serves as floodplain administrator has to have specific training. So I've already knocked out my federal training. My state training will be knocked out by the end of this month. So then I don't have to worry about it anymore.
All right, now you're the leading authority. Okay, any questions from the Planning Commission? I have a motion.
I move to approve the directors and assistant directors report.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We have a motion to approve the annual report. So moved.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, Plat Committee, is there any questions or comments or anything on that? Okay. Okay, the first item is under City Rezoning, docket number 24, Special Orders 14, 2024, 1118, 1134, 1200 South 16th Street from an R2 to an R1 single-family residence district.
Property owner is Wallace Building Contractors, Inc. Proposed use single-family home. Proposed zoning R1 single-family residence district. The current zoning is R2 two-family residence district. It is known as 1118, 1134, and 1200 South 16th Street. It has R2 to the northeast, south, and west. The petitioner is requesting to rezone several lots to R1 single-family residence district to build 6 single-family homes. Technically, single-family homes can be built in the R2 two-family residence district, and the properties do not need to be rezoned. There are 7 lots included in the parcel identified as 1200 South 6th Street. There will need to be a subdivision to create 4 lots for the single-family homes. The Department of Engineering has stated that the intended use would not alter the neighborhood's characteristic or create any significant problems for the surrounding area. The Department of Engineering provided a favorable recommendation. Staff offers a favorable recommendation with the following conditions: site plan approval by the Department of Engineering and subdivision of the necessary lots.
Mr. Shagley.
Mr. President, fellow members of the commission, my name is Richard Shagley. I'm with the law firm of Wright, Shagley & Lowry. And tonight I'm here on behalf of Wallace Building Contractors. Wallace Building Contractors, as Sydney stated, owns a property at 1118, 1134, and 1200 South 16th Street. This property is currently zoned R2. Wallace Building Contractors would like it to be rezoned to R1. It's his intention to build single-family homes. As Sydney stated, that is permissible under its current zoning of R2. As you're probably aware, I've been in front of you at least a half dozen times the last 2 years, rezoning property because of issues with banks not wanting to loan on property that's not properly zoned. The owner is aware that he could be building a house, but just to be safe, the builder was fortunate enough to receive some of the Thrive money that you've heard about. And it's anticipated that these will more than likely be first-time buyer homeowners. And with the already scrutiny of the banks in the borrowing process, he thought it was best to just take one less thing off the table that could delay or cause a problem in the financing of the home. As a result, I'm here tonight asking that the property be rezoned from R2 to R1. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, any questions from the planning commission? Is there anyone speaking in opposition? If not, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Have a second? Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
The next docket I have is docket 21, file 12/2024, Lincoln Street, 1.
The property has frontage along South Robinson Place, just north of the property commonly associated with 4261 South Robinson Place. More specifically, the one new lot will be just north of 4261. One new lot, 1.44 acres, the surveyor is Mr. Colvin. Applicant is requesting to subdivide the 1.44 acres for residential development. Health Department has approved. Public sewer is not available. Public water is not available. It's not in the floodplain. Lot exceeds the minimum lot size requirement. The area is well served with other utilities. South Robinson is a primary collector roadway. The addition of a single-family home should not overburden the existing infrastructure at this location. This is the 6th subdivision from the parent tract and thus a major subdivision. However, given the size of proposed use, staff would request a waiver of the major requirements in favor of the minor subdivision requirements. We offer a favorable recommendation with a road cut permit if needed prior to permitting.
Okay, is petitioner present? Anything you'd like to add or any questions you have? Any questions from the planning commission? Anyone speaking in opposition? Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Not necessarily speaking in opposition, but
Okay.
we live right next door. Just want to make sure like the waterway, if that affects the water comes our way, make sure, you know, things are done right. Something comes along that's right. Make sure that we don't have any water
Okay.
water issues, that's been looked at. Perhaps like across the street, and you see one time we had full.
Okay.
All the sign out there, trying to find out what the plans are.
Okay.
Make sure, trying to be good neighbors, trying to find out what's going on. Make sure everybody's happy. Building doesn't cause any issues.
As far as you're concerned, there are no issues
No,
as far as.
residential lots of these size don't tend to have runoff issues, as the majority of the lot tends to be open space and will allow for plenty of room for anything that would come off of a house or a garage to soak in before it reaches the property boundaries. It's not saying that water won't leave one property and go to the next, as we know water is a common enemy. However, the large size of the lot would prevent the majority of it from leaving the property.
Okay, do you understand?
And what I was asking, just, you know, however we're gonna build, they gotta mess up that, or do something with that waterway, just making sure that it's done right. Sure water flows the right way.
Okay.
When you say waterway, are you meaning along the road?
Yeah, so the field that's behind this property actually has drainage running down the Green Street that runs down the field. Actually, my son's been building up on top of this, so there's a flat area that's on top, that's the drainage. Adjust the waterway. Still have the same happen.
Okay. speak to this issue? No, I need a motion.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next docket is docket number 23, file 14, 2024, Quick Trip, 7264 subdivision.
Just to give you a heads up, there are updates in my report that are not included as part of what is in your version of our report. Since the reports went out, we've gotten into revised plat and some other materials. So my report will reflect those updates.
Okay, thank you.
So the property has frontage along East Highway 40, East Margaret Drive, and I-70. It surrounds the property commonly known as 5353 East Margaret Drive. Two different lots. The surveyor is Mr. Harris. No site plan was submitted with this petition, but one was submitted with a rezoning. Ingress egress is to be from Margaret Drive. The request is to create 2 new lots through the combination of 5 different parcels. Health Department has approved sanitary sewer is available. The proposed development will penetrate the FAR Part 77 surface for runway 5 precision approach. FAA Form 7460-1 will need to be submitted to determine the effect on aviation safety. It's believed that those documents have been submitted. It's not in a flood zone. The lot exceeds the minimum lot size requirement. No new proposed public streets. Stormwater drainage is, of course, required with a major subdivision. The site plan will be subject to approval from the City Terre Haute Engineering. Necessary public infrastructure is in place and should be able to handle the additional development. The property was rezoned recently to C6, that was special ordinance as listed there, excuse me. So we offer favorable on the primary and secondary with the following conditions needed prior to permit. Road cut permits, drainage and erosion control plan approval, bonding for infrastructure if needed, forward within 90 days, site plan approval, as well as airport approval.
Okay, it's petitioner present. Is there anything you want to add or any questions you have?
No, consolidated it all, so it's nice.
Okay, is anyone on the planning commission have a question? And is there anyone speaking in opposition? Not, I need a motion. Motion for approval. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes. Do I have a motion to adjourn? So moved. Second. All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed?
Yeah,
Thank you.